That's that light's really coming in there on the top of me here, eh? Let me bring this down. Why am I getting so much light on there? Should I raise this? Oh, for fuck's sakes. What's all that white there? Well, let me change the position of this. Just give me a second. I'll change the camera here. Put it on this side of the room. It's that light in the background, I guess, eh? Okay, I'm getting a lot of questions from younger guys, asking me, do I have to go to the gym? Can I stay at home and can I work out and get big, get huge? Like every 20-year-old kid wants to fucking be, the size of a tank and have 20-inch arms and all that shit. And they're wondering, can I get that way, doing what you're doing at home with no weights and the simplest of things? And the answer to that is fucking absolutely, you can. Now, mind you, once you get to a certain level, you're gonna have to buy some weights. It's inevitable, just like for myself. I imagine I'll continue to take on, basically I plan to get stuff like that down the line and show you guys, but I'm getting a lot of questions that people want to know now. Kids want to get fucking huge, and so I'll do this video specifically for that. I mentioned, I believe in my other videos that I touched on a little bit things that you have to do in order to achieve that. So I'll quickly just run through some working out 101 stuff to get huge and look massive, get massive. Now, if you're the first part of this, there's lots of people out there that take steroids and stuff like that. The only thing I'm gonna say about that, guys, girls, stay away from it. You don't need it, unless you want to get to a certain level, But if you want me to do a video on that, I'll discuss that a little bit if you want. But I'm not going to get into that whole thing with female and steroids. But for guys, if you're under 35, unless you plan to make fitness your career, don't even consider it, because especially at 21, 20 years old, you guys got so much fucking testosterone in your fucking body. You don't need it. You just don't need it. So don't worry about it. So how do you get big at home? Well, you just do the routines that I shown you. And first thing is diet. Diet is number one important thing over anything. So you young guys out there, or even older guys, whatever age you are, you take your weight and you're going to multiply that by 12, okay? And then whatever that number is, you're going to add 1,500 calories to that. Now that is a starting point for you, okay? If you're not building muscle, you're not building mass. I'm going to say mass because we're going to be combining, fat, water, and muscle equals mass. So you're going to want to take your body weight times 12, and you're going to add 1,500 calories to that. And that'll give you a baseline. Now, if you find that you're not putting enough mass, add another 1,000 calories to your day, okay? And like I said, the protein carb thing, it's the same, 30 to 40 per meal. So you break that out throughout the day. Now, if you're looking to build on big mass, you're going to want to eat 3 times a day. Every 3 hours, and you want to do this around the clock, guys. And this is, if you want fucking mass, this is going to do it. You got to create an anabolic cycle for yourselves. All right, and that means you're going to have to get up in the middle of the night. Every 3 hours, you got to have that meal. 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 It's so important. You got to do that if you want to get fucking massive. And if you start putting on too much fat, you ask, well, do I have to cut the calories back? No, you don't fucking cut the calories back. What you need to do is you do cardio before your workout. 20, 30 minutes. and that'll get rid of the excess fat you put on from fucking eating all those thousands of calories. Hey, Cody. Now, as far as the working out part of it to get big. Now, on my videos, we train from 10 to 20 reps. You know, when we fail in between that zone. Now, if you want to get fucking massive, you want to have failure between 6 and 8 reps. Okay, now guys, especially you young guys, you know, your bodies are still developing in that. So what's going to happen is, this is my opinion, mind you, okay, is you're going to develop muscles a lot faster than your tendons and stuff like that can handle. So what will end up happening is you'll get injured with these heavy weights because your muscles are strong enough to lift the weight, but your tendons and that and your fibers aren't strong enough to handle the weight. I don't know if it makes sense or not. You know, like I said, I'm not a pro trainer, so I don't have all technical jargon for you guys. I'm trying to simplify it for you so you understand. So you guys really need to make sure that you warm up when you're working with heavy weights. I can't stress this enough. Like, I've made those mistakes myself. I tore my fucking bicep, and now it looks like shit, and I gotta try and fix it, you know. And just follow the routines that I got on here, but you're using a heavy weight. That's it. You know, that's pretty... hopefully I've answered that question for you guys. As far as older guys, above 35... when I guess when our testosterone is starting to go down there. Well, guess what? Hey, Michelle, how you doing, babe? Thanks for joining me again. As far as those older guys, well, I really know what to tell you there on what to expect, because this is uncharted territory for me as well. Because when I did most of my bodybuilding and stuff like that as a kid, you know, I was still learning and I was just going. I made lots of mistakes, you know, and then I think in my early 30s, I started experimenting with steroids and that, and I got fucking massive. Like, I got almost a 300. I think I got a picture up on there where I'm doing a double bicep from 2008. As far as, you know, so I didn't really ever try and put on mass without steroids and doing it naturally at this age. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen. So down the line, after I've done this, I would imagine I'll probably stick with this for this routine and 10 sets like I've been doing. I'll probably stick with this for 3 or 4 months. Like, I don't know, like, we'll see what happens when I start getting back into working or school, whatever the fuck I end up doing. We'll see what happens. But if I ever get into the mode where I want to start putting on mass, I'm going to do exactly what I told you guys to do if you're younger. I'm going to try it and see what happens. You know, I'm definitely not going to expect the same results I had when I was 30, when I was cycling and stuff. You know, so, but the key thing for you young guys out there is you got to eat like a motherfucker. You know, you guys got to eat every 3 hours. You know, you got to take in 3,000-4,000 calories. You know, and you guys have to adjust that accordingly. You know, and hopefully I've answered your questions on that. And then as far as... oh, yeah, the actual workouts at home and whether or not use weights. Did I forget to mention that, or did I mention it? Oh, I'll mention it again anyways, in case I forgot. You can to a certain point. Like, after another month of this, I'll probably pretty much maxed out on the pails of water and shit like that. So I will invest in a set of power blocks. You know, they're basically dumbbells that you can attach, and it has multiple weights just on one dumbbell. You don't have to buy a whole shitload. You know, they're pretty pricey, you know, from $700 to $1,500 for them. But, you know, and then I'll do it like that. Maybe I'll buy a small bench, and then that'll get you really far, guys, really far. And as far as how I'm going to train squats and that, I'm thinking I'll probably I'll just buy a big duffel bag, and you know, I'll load it up with bottles of water or jugs, or I'll figure it out, you know, because I'm not gonna get to the gym and all that unless I get really serious back into bodybuilding again. And so to answer your question, guys, yes, you can build mass and you can get huge at home. You know, you don't need to go to the gym. So hopefully I've covered everything there for you. I hope. I think that's it. Yeah, that was pretty much the main question I've been getting. Oh, and one thing for you two women, you know what I mean? You guys don't be afraid to work out with weights, okay? You're not gonna get fucking massive full of muscles. It's not gonna happen, okay? It's not gonna happen. The women that you see on TV, the professionals and stuff, number one, they take testosterone, they mean steroids, or they'll take other forms of body enhancing drugs at that level. Even if you're looking at the fitness competitors, you know, they're still using that stuff too, you know? But if you want to get your body rock hard and look good and got the big muscle tune, protein, work out hard, use the weights, you know. And then once you get to a point, you can slack off. Then you can start using the 10 to 20 rep range, you know. But you know, nothing burns fat, you know, like working out with fucking weights. You know, you can do your aerobics and your fucking all your cardios and all that shit. But you guys, if you guys really want results, women out there, invest in some dumbbells and get yourselves a couple pills of water. Do what I'm doing. You know, you're not going to blow up and look like a fucking guy. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Okay? It's not going to happen. You know, working out with dieting is just dieting is not, you're setting yourself up for failures. You guys have to work out with weights as well. You know, you're doing your cardio in the morning, your stair climber, all that. That's only going to do so much. Okay? That's only going to do so much. You want to do that stuff? Well, do it before you work out with weights. Okay? So, hopefully I've answered all the important questions here. Yeah, okay. I think that's fucking it there. So have yourselves a great day, great week, great month, fantastic year. And I'll see you when I see you. Be good to each other. Take care of yourself, and Crown bless you all.